Okay, so here's the second video on Vincent Kennedy McMahon. It came the other day. I'm pretty excited to see what I can do with the paint job for him. Looks like gonna need about every color possible. He does have some yellowing on his skin. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. We're gonna see how it plays out. If I have to do paint on the face, I'll do paint on the face. Definitely needs his eyebrows and his hair. That color is not always fun, but it looks like a simple brown, so I'll make use of that. The yellowing, it will be okay on the white. Not gonna have any problems with that. So I believe the colors I'm gonna use today are obviously with the white, a jet black. I'm gonna use a jet black for his shoes. I just want to see how that looks. I haven't used a jet black yet. For his coat, I've got a flag red that I went to Walmart and got today. The blue for his pants is going to be an award blue. For the microphone, this is a minor thing, but I have timeless gray on that one. And then I'm going to try China blue for his vest. I just want to make sure that it's not too blue, but you know what? Again, it's a custom, so we'll just make it work. So those are the colors I used. Again, 50 cents at Walmart. They have a nice selection. If you haven't seen, I have a lot of their paint, which again, I probably only spent 20 bucks total for all this stuff, so that's okay. So I'm gonna work on Vince a little bit, and every so often I'll come back. Try not to make my videos as long as they have been. So I'll come back when I've got at least his vest and maybe his pants and his shoes finished. Here is my first round with Vinnie Mac. I used the award blue, the China blue, and the jet black, and I want to say that I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out so far. What I've done is I've done the jet black on his shoes, I've done the award blue on his pants, I put 3 coats on each, and then I used the China blue on his vest. I'm going to say that looks pretty sharp, doesn't look too bad. So the hardest part now will be that that shirt. Again, I'm going to check the color on that originally, whether it was white or whether it was yellow. It's hard to tell. I'm going to guess it was white, but now it's got that yellowing on it. So I'll add white to that, and then I'll do the red, and then the plan is to try and figure out something with the brown. But right now, as it stands, I don't think that looks too bad. So I'll let you know how it goes. Again, the plan is timeless gray on the microphone, flag red for his jacket, and just plain old white for the white parts that are on there. See you in a bit. Here's the first coat of the red, and what else did I work on? The white. Doesn't look too bad. White actually has 2 coats on it. The red I'm going to come back and do once again. I see that I need to do like the WWF right there on the microphone head, or at least on the whatever you call it, I suppose. Still need to do the hair too. I might wait for that for another night just to figure out what brown I've got. I'm pretty happy with the red. I think it definitely needs another coat. I can see some weak spots on the arms, but that yellowing is now gone at least. And if you go back a little ways here, doesn't look too bad. Looks pretty sharp. So I will do at least 1 more coat of the red, probably the hair, maybe 1 more coat of white, and then I'll just call it a night. Okay, so here's Vince McMahon. I did pretty much everything on him that I want to. I was able to find a brown that worked, and that was a melted chocolate. It didn't look, God, I always say too bad all the time, sorry. It didn't look awful when I put them on there. The eyebrows were causing me some problems. I'm going to look at this again tomorrow and see if I'm happy with it or not. So I did take his eyebrows off a couple times. I actually have a little bit of streaking in there that I need to clean off with some nail polish tomorrow. The biggest problem I'm having right now is if you can see it, sorry, I keep going off of it. I cannot draw that daggone WWF symbol right there on the microphone. I tried like 4 different times, and I'm not sure how to do it. It doesn't look too bad. Again, I know I use that quote a lot. From a distance, maybe look better at the Mod Podge, but I don't think I'm going to get it any better than it is. So there's Vince. Doesn't look bad at all. Again, trying to stop using the phrase too bad because I know it a lot. I use it a lot. There's his backside. Definitely a lot better than he was. So there's the boss. tomorrow. I'll let it dry tonight. I'll come back in the WWF, see if I like it or not. Probably straighten up his eyebrows a little bit, and then I'll put some Mod Podge on it, and we'll call it a day on Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon is finished. I put on my coat of Mod Podge. I let it dry for a couple hours, and here's the turnout. I want to say that looks pretty good. Everything's pretty well intact. Looks like a little bit of bristle might have gotten stuck there. I did note some hair discoloration. I'm going to need to go over that another time. I didn't see that before I Mod Podged it. Shoes, I used the jet black, so that looks pretty good. The only trouble that I really had, first of all, the best part I think is the vest. I think the vest color turned out really well. So I'd recommend using the colors that I used in the first section of the video. The only problem that I had was the WWF insignia on the microphone, little box, the cube, the old style that they used to have. So what I tried to do is with a very small brush, and I'm not sure if this is the one I used or not, but I tried to make like the WWF symbol, as you can see, the W's, and the F, and then it just didn't look really great on it. I used a yellow, and then I used a gold, and so it's kind of a combination between the two. And then what I did is I brushed over it with very little black on my brush, and so it kind of, I think it deadened it a little bit, and I'm okay with that. So if you're looking at this from a distance, you can tell it looks like a WWF symbol, but you get close, you can see it's kind of, if I'm in the right area, a little bit scratched off, but whatever. I honestly do the best that I can. Not perfect, but it's good enough for me, and much better than what it looked like before. So I'm pretty proud of this one. I think it looks really good. I would put it over with the rest of my figures if you've seen my figures before. This is my living collection. I just finished up Hillbilly Jim and Slick over there on the right, and I have the In Memoriam Battle Royal right there. But since Vince is living, he'll go over on the shelf. But I'm going to do a coat of the brown first, one more time on his balding spot that I have. I'll reapply some Mod Podge, and we'll call it a day on this one. I have Adrian Adonis coming next week, and he's really scuffed up. That should be a fun video just to see how much I can actually get off with my methods. And I have 32 figures coming in, a big bulk box of some of the commons, but then also, let me think who's coming. Honky Tonk Man, Billy Jack, Haynes. I'm trying to think who else is in that list. There's about 6 of them that I don't have yet. So it'll be cool to do, and then actually do some videos on the ones that I have. So there you go. There's my final video on Vince McMahon. Hope you enjoyed it.